this summer too.
Great. Now you seem to be very engaged and very philanthropic, empathetic, and recently it seems that he's gotten you into some trouble with a particular project that you felt was a solution to the situation, not only for the place but also for the people here. You are known to have engaged some women into some activities. Could you just shed a little light on what the activity was, how it started, and what it's becoming now?
Yeah, well, it's not like I'm very much into doing a lot of stuff only for women, but we had a local swimming pool, and the municipality was going to close it 15 years ago.
15 years ago.
So that's a long time ago.
It was going to close because it wasn't working? Or?
Yeah, nobody was using it because it was in the center area, and people were afraid to come from outside and swim in it. A lot of people didn't even know it was there. And then we had a lot of these Muslim women, and they would like to swim. And we found out to start to have some, maybe 3 hours Thursday, 3 hours Saturday, where it was only time for women to swim. And the women came, maybe there was like 300, 400 in one afternoon to use the swimming pool. And in 2006, when the municipality again was trying to close the swimming pool because of the lack of money, then that was one of our biggest helps, was that now the women was using it massive, the swimming pool, and that's why they...
So the women saved it from being closed?
If the women hadn't used it, I think they had closed it.
Would have closed it by now.
But now, after almost 13 years, a majority in the municipality have decided that women and men always have to swim together in the public swimming time in the pool. Even though there's no law that demands they have to do it, they want women and men to swim together.
So let me get this right. Outside of the law, politicians have an opinion that women and men must swim together. Is it any of their business at all to decide who swims with who?
Well, it depends. The politician, and it's both social democrat, liberals, and right-wing parties are agreeing on this, but they have different views on it. Some of them say it's because the women who swim are depressed women, where it's the father or the husband who demands they have to go and swim with when it's only women. Other, like the social democrats, that just want equality, because they want women and men to have the same opportunities in the municipality. Even though we have different pools in Aarhus, so if a man wants to swim in the afternoon, he can go to another pool and swim. Okay. But luckily, most people in the town says it's okay for women to swim alone. But the politician doesn't listen to us.
So, I mean, we know that in Denmark people have freedom of association. People coming together to swim because they feel that they're more comfortable together, people of their own gender. That seems to me like a thing that comes under freedom of association. Just like if I wanted to only meet with Rastafarians for a party somewhere because we are Rasta and we understand each other. Has this point been put across to the politicians that they probably are working against the freedom of association that is part of this country's constitution?
Yeah, but it's not like they say women can't swim alone, but they say you need to make a swimming club, so when you have to join it and become a member. So the thing is, it's not the opening time where it's the municipality who takes care of you. You know, your lifeguards are hired in by the municipality, and you just come and pay a fee to go in and swim and go back home. They want you to join a swimming club to swim, and we could do that, but we think that cutting down 3 hours a week, where the municipality says it's okay for women to swim alone, why should it be a problem? It hasn't been for 13 years.
It is a strange problem. Do you think all the people who are against this women-only swimming, do you think by now, after this long trajectory of of a farce almost, do you think some of them are regretting it by now and would really like to see an end to it, or is it too late now? What's happening? Because it is very strange and very un-Danish, if you ask me.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think the politicians have, what do you call it, climbed the tree now, and they can't find the way down.
Okay.
So the only help or luck we can have is because there's another place in the ocean where you can also go and swim, and there's a public time for that. And it's divided for men and women. So maybe we can raise a case and see if it's they have to treat us equally. So if they close us, they also have to close this place in the sea.
Absolutely.
And in the sea, there's so many women and men members in that area, and that's like in the richer part of the city. And I think that would make very much trouble if they was going to come and close that down. So that's our only chance now.
Okay. So basically, what you're saying is that this whole thing is based on the assumption that because they're Muslim women, they are oppressed. Is that what they're saying?
That's what some of the politicians says. One of the politicians said he found out, he changed his mind, he found out the women are not oppressed. But he's still gonna vote against because he says you can make a swimming club, and that's not the problem. We have 7 women's swimming club in this area, but we like the 3 hours where women can come in public hours and swim.
And before I move on, because this is still going on and we haven't come to the conclusion of it, are there any of the men involved? Has there been any input from the husbands about this case? Have they been quiet?
There are some men, Danish men in the group who support the actions we are doing. But also the men in this area, they have been signing the papers. We have collected signatures for our case, and a lot of the men have signed there.
Basically saying that they're quite okay with their wives swimming together with. Okay. So is the main thing that they're afraid that there's an Islamization of society? Is that the main thing? And when you see that the Social Democrats are also part of it, is it because they're afraid of the very right-wing parties and they don't want to lose their votes? Is that what's really going on? Yeah,
I think so. It's spot on.
Woman of the people.
Yes, that's it.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah, and even the man who came, the politician who suggested this in the town hall, he was telling about, because there has been a Danish television program about some mosque in this area, he was putting mosque equal to women swimming, and that's what he used that as a proof. Just look at this television show and you would know I'm right, he said.
So that's a bit of a sad situation, but I think you're going to win this case. Do you think it will need to become international before these politicians seriously begin thinking that, hey, maybe we need to find a way to come down this tree, or just accept that we were wrong?
Well, actually, we were hoping, because if we can raise a case to find out if it's a legal decision they're making, maybe we could keep swimming for half a year more, and then I think a lot of the people who have gotten involved in this, we would try to make it even more exciting and known that there is this possibility for women, and because we think it's a place where women can meet, integrate, learn about people. Women who comes there are from all different places in this society. Some of them are young Muslim women becoming doctors right now.
Okay.
They are there with their kids swimming,
Mm-hmm.
and you talk when you sit in the sauna. You sit there and you talk and you find out things. And we thought maybe we could do something with the getting people in to take care of health.
Hold on. So this is not just Muslim women taking 3 hours out of the tight Muslim schedule to relax a little and swim a little. This is now women across the board. It's becoming a woman's thing. It's a women's meeting, and you are sowing the seeds for more creativity, more activity, more inspiration. Is that what's going on at these swimming sessions?
Well, before it was swimming and people relaxing, women having a good time together. But now, after it's become political, we are kind of seeing some possibilities we didn't see before in this project.
Okay.
And there's so many people now joining in and having so many great ideas. So we would like, if we could say, maybe in this year, the cultural year in Aarhus, we could say, okay, we give it 1 more year, and then the politician can come and ask the women. They took this decision without ever asking one woman about if there is a problem. They didn't make any survey or anything. They just decided it.
Okay, now this noise is kind of like we've got a stupid man again. Oh my lord, I don't know how long it's gonna be. I think we're gonna be okay, but what I'll do is I'll just take a break.
Yeah.